It's easy to import your spreadsheet files and convert them to native QA Assistant Studio Max files. The information in the spreadsheet will automatically be added to your QA Assistant Studio Max library, and you'll have access to all document tools like Link and Sync, approval workflows, and more. Let's take a look at how to import a spreadsheet file now. This video will focus on the basic steps and key aspects you need to get started. Other videos cover advanced importing topics you may like to explore later. For this example, we'll use a Design FMEA I created in Excel. The workflow is the same to import any other available document type. We select File, Upload Import from the main menu. We can then click the button to select a file from our local file explorer. Or drag and drop the file to the screen, like this. We select Yes to convert the Excel file to a QA Assistant Studio Max database file. Then we select the type of document we are importing. In this case, it's a Design FMEA. If we were importing a different document type, we'd choose that document from the drop-down menu. This is the only step that differs based on the document type. When we click Next, the file is uploaded to our QA Assistant Studio Max account. In fact, if we go no further, we would see the Excel file displayed in our QA Assistant Studio Max file explorer. But I promised to show you how to convert the document to the native format, so let's continue. Once the upload completes, a preview of our Excel document is displayed on the right-hand side of the screen. Just like in Excel, we are able to select which worksheet we want to convert. The left side panel contains the import map. It tells QA Assistant Studio Max where to find the information in our Excel document. Don't worry, it may look daunting at first, but it's really straightforward. We'll walk through each section together now. The first thing we'll want to do is confirm the document template matches the file we are importing. If you have previously indicated your preferred template, it will default to that template. In this case, we need to change to template 1.5 to reflect the format of our document in Excel. We select our preferred template and click Apply. We then select our preference for using this as our default Design FMEA template. Now let's review the information in the field, cell, bullet, delimiter, and risk columns of the import map table. We can see QA Assistant Studio Max has populated some of this information already. Let's take a look at each column and confirm the data reflects our document content. The field column contains a list of fields in the selected document template. Fields marked with an asterisk must have a corresponding cell location specified. The cell column indicates the first row in the document where that information begins. So here, we see it correctly determined that the first item in our FMEA is displayed in cell A3. Click the cell in the Import Map cell column to highlight the corresponding cell in the Excel preview. Our document contains information for the items function, so let's indicate that in our map. We see in our document, the first function is also listed in cell A3. So we may type A3 directly into the Import Map table. Or we may click to select the cell in the Import Map table, then click again in the Excel preview to indicate the corresponding cell in our document. Because our item and function share the same cell in our Excel document, we need to tell QA Assistant Studio Max how to differentiate the within the cell. This is where the bullet and delimiter fields come in. A bullet is typically a special character that denotes the start of a new list item. The delimiter is a unique character which designates the end of a subject matter. In this case, the delimiter is inconsequential because the item, grill cloth, has multiple functions we want to capture. So we'll copy and paste the bullet character into the bullet column for our function field. Moving on, we confirm the cell for failure modes is correct. The cell for potential effects is also correct, but we need to indicate the character used for the bullet. There's no need for a delimiter here. But now is a good opportunity to mention the risk field in our import map. Looking at the Excel preview, we see that nearly all of the potential effects include a severity value wrapped in parentheses at the end of the line. To capture these individual risk values, we'll indicate the pattern in our import map, substituting the letter N as a placeholder for the number. So we'll enter open parentheses, the lowercase letter n, then close parentheses. We could continue this approach for each field in the document. To save time, let's use an import map that I've previously created. We click here to view the list of our saved import maps and choose the map which reflects our document content. The import map is then updated according to our saved map. Reviewing the map information, we see a colon has been used as a delimiter for the responsibility field and for actions taken. Let's take a closer look at why the delimiters are important for those fields. First, we notice the responsibility field shares the same cell as the target completion date in our Excel document. A colon is used to differentiate the two fields in the Excel file. Because the cell only has one date, we tell QA Assistant Studio Max that everything before the colon in that cell is the responsibility, and everything after the colon is the date. If we click Done, the document will be converted and opened as a document draft in the native QA Assistant Studio Max format. Optionally, we may select Next and specify the document team and sharing permissions. And clicking Next again, we may specify the document header. As an important consideration, if a revision date is specified in the header, when the document is opened, it will not be editable, although you'll have the opportunity to create a new draft version. We indicate that we are done and the document is opened in its native QA Assistant Studio Max format. That's how easy it is to import and convert your spreadsheet files to native QA Assistant Studio Max files. Before you go, I'd like to share a few important tips. During the conversion process, QA Assistant Studio Max recalculates risk, RPN, and action priority values to ensure the values are correct according to the relevant industry standards. Once you have your own import maps established, importing a document takes only a minute or two. As a reminder, if you feel confident completing the steps in this introductory video, have a look at the videos covering some of the more advanced importing features. If you have difficulty importing a document, check out the videos covering frequently asked questions and answers about importing spreadsheet files. And, of course, the QA Assistant Studio Max support team is here to help. Just email us the spreadsheet file and question, and we'll be happy to assist you.